we're going to make a Halloween vampire, but not just any vampire. We're going to make the Count. That's right, the character from Sesame Street, the Count. You know the guy who counts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? That's who we're going to make with Play-Doh today. It's going to be super fun and a lot easier than you think. So are you ready? All we're going to need is some black Play-Doh, some white Play-Doh, some red Play-Doh, some purple Play-Doh, and a Play-Doh knife. Have you got all that? Then let's get started. First, let's take a good amount of black Play-Doh and just roll it on a flat surface with the palm of your hand, back and forth until you have a nice, smooth, long tube of pretty thick. Yeah? Just like so. Okay, great. Now, take the Play-Doh knife and cut off a small piece from the end, about this size. You see what I have there? And now we're going to use the Play-Doh knife to take the rest of the black Play-Doh and cut it into 4 equal pieces. Terrific. And 2 of those pieces, we're going to take the Play-Doh knife and cut those pieces in half also. Terrific. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces. You see that? Okay, now take one of the medium-sized pieces of black Play-Doh. And take the Play-Doh knife and just cut down the center and make a wedge. See what I've done there? And now use your fingers to roll either side, and what you're creating here are the tops of his legs, the thigh portion. You see how we have the waist and then 2 legs coming down? Just like so. Terrific. Now you can just put that aside. Now take one of the smaller pieces of black Play-Doh and start rolling it out into a tube, a long tube, just like so. And then cut that with the Play-Doh knife into 2 parts. And you can just roll those so they're nice and smooth and even shaped small tubes. And great, just put those aside for right now. Okay, good. Now let's take some white Play-Doh and take a little piece, enough so that it will fit at the bottom of the tube we just created. You see how I'm doing it? Just like that. You don't need a lot, but just a tiny bit. And push it so it sticks nice and firm right onto the black tube, just like so. And you want to repeat that and do it for both. Excellent. Okay, moving on. Now let's take 2 of the smaller pieces, the black Play-Doh, and using the Play-Doh roller, just roll it out into a circular pancake. You see how I'm doing it here? And using the roller, you can make it nice and thin, and it'll be even all the way around. Excellent. And repeat that. Okay, great. Now once it's quite thin, you want to use the Play-Doh knife and cut the edges so that they're straight. You see how I've done there? Along one single line, and anything that's excess, you can just take that and remove it. And now go along the other side and the end. You want to cut it at a curve like so, and it should come out being like a cape. We're going to put it on his body later, okay? Try to mimic the shape I've created. Excellent. Now, with the other black piece of Play-Doh, and here we're going to do a kind of triangular shape, except that at the bottom 2 points, we're going to cut them. So you have a triangle, but the left and right bottom points have been cut so that you have a sharp edge, like so. Terrific. Well done. Now let's take that other small piece of black Play-Doh and put it with our first one and just couple them together, nice and even, and put them aside. You see how we have all these different pieces of our character, and we just put them aside now. And now it's time for the purple Play-Doh. Are you ready? So take a good amount, just take it between your fingers and your thumb, and start rolling in a circular motion on a flat surface. If you do a circular motion, that piece of Play-Doh turns into a ball. See how easy that is? Terrific. That is going to be the Count's head. So let's give his face a few features. First, let's take 2 small pieces of purple Play-Doh and create ears. So just between our thumb and forefinger with 2 hands, create a triangular shape like so, and just place it and stick it at the top of his head. Excellent. And repeat that now on the other side. Well done. Terrific. Now let's take some red Play-Doh and create 2 small eyes by creating little button-like shapes. Just small circles with the red Play-Doh. And put them a little bit lower on the face than the ears, somewhere in the middle. And repeat that on the other side. So you have 2 eyes. Good job. Now, let's take some black Play-Doh, just a small piece, and with your finger, roll it back and forth. Don't even use your hand, it's going to be very thin. Terrific. And just about this length. If you have more than that, you can go ahead and cut it off. And now watch what I'm doing here. I'm going to push it and place it right above the eyes in a wave-like shape. You see how it goes? And there you have a very distinct eyebrows. Most people have 2 eyebrows, but our character has 1 thick, long eyebrow. It makes him look really interesting and scary and funny all at once. Terrific. Now, let's take a little speck of black Play-Doh, just a tiny speck, and go ahead and place it right in the center of the orange eyeball. And on the other eyeball as well. Well done. Nice little details, really bring our character to life. Let's use the Play-Doh knife and create a nice smile, just like so. And that's it. Just keep it like that. That's perfect. Now let's take some white Play-Doh, and you just need a little speck here, but you want to press it. Press it in such a way that it's a little tiny cone, and when you put it into our Dracula's mouth, it suddenly becomes a sharp tooth. You see how that is? So make sure it's pointy at the bottom. And terrific. You can now repeat that on the other side. So there are 2 fangs coming down. That's how a vampire. Okay, now the Count from Sesame Street has a very sharp, long nose. So let's take a little piece of purple Play-Doh and just mold it between your fingers like so. Not too long, but just long enough that it extends from his eyes down below his mouth. And you see what I'm doing here? I'm just putting it right down the center of his face. Go ahead and use the Play-Doh knife to make it a little bit of an edge and push it in. That's really bringing our Count to life. Now let's use 2 small matchsticks and put them, just stick them right in to the small pieces of black Play-Doh. just like so. And then take that portion of black Play-Doh and push it right on top as well. You see, nobody knows the matchstick is there. And now once again, let's take a matchstick. You can even just break it in half. And from the waist, we're going to take another piece of black Play-Doh, the bigger piece, and push it onto the waist so that we now have from feet to legs to his chest, all connected. Now, let's take a little bit of purple Play-Doh and just put it like hands at the end of the arm that we created with the black and white Play-Doh. And use the Play-Doh knife to create a couple little cuts, incisions, so that the hand takes shape. You have a thumb distinct from the other fingers, and they all form a nice glove. And you want to repeat that so that the second arm takes shape also, right at the end. Okay, great. Now use a little piece of matchstick and push it in at an angle to the body, and use the arm and push that onto the matchstick also. Now make sure the matchstick doesn't come sticking out of the arm, and if you need to, push the matchstick deep into the body. Terrific. And now repeat on the other side. Again, a little piece of matchstick to hold the arm in place, and then go ahead and put the arm on. Okay, almost done. Now let's use half a matchstick and put it on the very top of his body. And now you can take his head and push that on top of the matchstick. And it really holds the head in place very well, and nobody even sees that there's a matchstick there. It's all hidden. Okay, terrific. He's really coming alive now. Okay, now time for the cape, and now put it behind his shoulders, and you want to press down right at the top of his back and at the shoulders, and then leave the rest to be flowing free. Excellent, excellent job, excellent. And now finally the last piece of black Play-Doh that we created, that triangular shape, we're going to put that right behind his head. This piece is a very kind of vampire Dracula kind of collar, is going to stick up from right behind his head, just like so. Looking good. Now let's take the Play-Doh knife and do a little detail. You can just down the center of his chest create a little bit of a line, just like so. And finally, some white Play-Doh. Push it between your thumb and forefingers in order to create a bow tie. That'll be thinner in the center and a little thicker at the other ends and symmetrical. You see this kind of shape I've created? Just like that. And you want to place that right at the top of his chest, just like so. And you can use the Play-Doh knife to give it a little bit of shape and tuck everything in. Excellent, excellent job. Almost done. A little bit of red Play-Doh should then come down from the bow tie, like so. Tiny bit, make sure it's even, and it touches the bow tie, but only goes about halfway down. And there you are. You suddenly come to life. The character from Sesame Street, the Count, a terrific Halloween character, a vampire to add to our collection. One of a kind, and you did it. Job well done. Excellent. I hope you had a lot of fun. He's a terrific character, and you really brought him to life. Hello everyone and welcome back to Play-Doh videos. Today in our Halloween series, we are going to make a funny Halloween minion ghost. It's going to be really easy and a ton of fun and going to look really cool and neat at the end. Are you ready? It's going to be simple. All we're going to need is some black Play-Doh, some yellow Play-Doh, some white Play-Doh, a Play-Doh knife, and a couple of matchsticks. That's it, so let's get started. Okay, first we're going to need a good amount of white Play-Doh. So take some white Play-Doh and press it, rub it between your two hands. Okay, roll it now between the palms of your hands, increasingly making it an egg or tube-like shape. This is going to be the body of our minion. And good. Now once you've reached that stage, you want to take your thumb underneath at the bottom and start pressing upward. Go all around the bottom edge and with your finger and thumb start flattening it out. You see how I'm doing here? What you want to do is create the semblance of a sheet. It's going to be looking like a sheet is on top of the minion. Making it very thin, and then also start putting little waves in the sheet at the bottom so it looks like it's a flowing sheet. Yeah, it shouldn't all be even and uniform. Excellent, excellent. Is yours looking a little bit like mine? The minion's body at the top and the sheet at the bottom. Excellent, well done. Okay, great. Once you have the white sheet over our minion and has nice flowing sheet at the bottom, you can just put that aside. Okay, now let's take two small pieces of black Play-Doh, and for each one, just use your thumb and forefinger with both hands and just shape it. You don't need to do any major rolling, just shape it so it looks like a tiny little shoe. You see? Just like that. And you want to repeat, and the thing here is they should be about the same size and shape. Good? Okay, great. Great job. Just put it aside, we'll come back to it later. And now, moving on. And now let's take some more black Play-Doh and roll this in a very thin tube, just like this. Not even your palm, use your fingers. Rolling it back and forth into a thin, long tube. And you can even just tear off the extra part. And we want to have a nice thin black Play-Doh piece of string. Okay, great. Now you have a nice long piece of string. Now curve it around on itself so it's a circle just like so. And put that right dead center, smack in the middle of our ghost-like minion. You see how I've done it? Just right there. And take a little speck of black Play-Doh, tiny bit, circular, and put it right in the center. Okay, great. Now, using this other black Play-Doh, just roll it out into a long tube. Nice and thin. You see this is going to be longer, almost twice as long really, and thicker. And now at the end here, what we want to do is press down so it's flat. See how I've done that? You can go ahead and cut it in the middle. Take one piece now and connect it to the minion's spectacle. And wrap it around, and now also on the other side. And that is the kind of rubber thing that holds his spectacle in place. All right, good. Okay, now let's take the yellow Play-Doh, and what we're going to do here is take one of the matchsticks and completely cover it with the yellow Play-Doh. You see how I've just kind of stuck it in there, and now I'm rolling it back and forth with my palm, And any excess you can just take off. We just need the length of the matchstick to be covered in the Play-Doh. Excellent, and repeat. We're going to do that with the second matchstick now also. Okay, same thing. You take the yellow Play-Doh and roll it with your fingers in the palm of your hand. Any excess you just pull off. And there we go. Just put them aside. Now let's take some black Play-Doh and just press down so you have this kind of flat circular shape. And use the Play-Doh knife to make 2 little cuts so that you can form 3 fingers. You see how I'm doing here? Now use your fingers and your thumb to make those distinct, so it's like a black glove. Terrific. And when your black glove is all done, we want to repeat that, so we have 2 of them. And then go ahead and push it right onto the end of the matchstick, just like so. And you want to do that with both of them. And now take the other end of the yellow matchstick and push it into the side of our minion. Nobody really knows that there's a matchstick there. They just see the yellow part, and to them, it looks like a yellow minion arm. Okay, great. Now, a nice little touch here, so should the sheet that is giving him the ghost-like appearance. So let's take a little bit of white Play-Doh, just press it between the thumb and forefinger, yeah, just press and flatten it out, and drape it over the bottom half of our yellow Play-Doh, so that the shoulder portion of our minion looks like it's covered in white sheet also. You see how I've done that? Just a little touch there, but it makes it look much more realistic. And repeat on the other side, same thing. Okay, and now we're almost done. Final touches here. Let's take the last 2 pieces of black Play-Doh and put them underneath the folds in the front of his sheet so that they come out like feet. Just like so. You see how? Like feet sticking out from underneath the sheet. Wow, that was terrific! And what a great Halloween figure this is. It's a minion who's scared and scary at the same time. He looks fantastic. I hope you had as much fun as I did in making him. It was a lot of fun and really easy, and you might even want to make 2 or 3 of them. Well, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more Play-Doh videos. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Play-Doh videos. Today in our Halloween series, we're going to make a skull. A classic for the Halloween season, but this one is going to be funny looking, and I guarantee you when you see him, you're going to laugh. He's a lot of fun, going to be really easy to make. Let's get started. What a fantastic creature you've created. Whoa, happy Halloween. Well, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more Play-Doh videos.